Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Uprise Live. It's a fancier edition Uprise Live. So when you see this, we're live from graduation night, pre-graduation night. You all are going to see some of this live. You might actually have seen it already and watching this conversation. But we are blessed to have a moment to talk with Joshua here, who is one of the co-founders of Pivot Tech and
Yes, sir.
also a fantastic partner with Uprise.
Yes.
And so you all have seen the growth in some of the stories of Jakari and Monroe and how they did Google IT and they said they wanted more.
Yep.
And you all were so nice to say, hey, I think there's a partnership available right here.
Yes.
And so those gentlemen were able to not only get their certificate and start working in the field, but also be able to become students. And I think that's a big thing for Uprise is for them to become students in technology. And so we're excited to talk more with you and just talk about the city. Tell us about you. Tell us about Pivot Tech.
Yes, man. So thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about the partnership that we have with Uprise and really the collective impact that we can have together to really change Nashville community. I'm Joshua Mundy, CEO, co-founder of Pivot Technology School. We're founded in 2019, really around the idea of really creating or getting more minorities trained and engaged in technology careers. I went on a trip to Austin, Texas with the Chamber of Commerce, and we was really there to study what Austin had going on around technology.
Right.
We was going to all these tech hubs, all these like incubators, people building coding companies. I mean, people just building everything around technology, and I didn't see anybody that looked like me.
Right.
And really, that was an alarm to me to say, hey, man, if it's like that in Austin, I'm sure it's like that in Nashville.
Right.
I've never been a part of the tech scene here. I've been a full-time entrepreneur for about 18 years. I've opened up several different types of business, from dry cleaners, to co-working space, to event space,
The
to
lab. I
the
know
lab.
a lot of people,
Yeah.
like I was like, the lab. Yeah, we
Yeah.
were all in there.
Yeah,
Like, we were all in there.
The Lab Nashville, that all changed. March the 3rd, 2020, got hit by the tornado.
Exactly.
Pretty much wiped out everything that I had going on. But I was working on this technology company in 2019. 2020, we launched. So the very first day of classes was the tornado.
Oh, wow.
So March the 3rd, 2020, I lost everything and was birthing a new dream at the same time. And so really it just showed how important it was, how Nashville is growing in a way that it's all tech and healthcare. But are our people really benefiting from it?
Right.
Are we getting the jobs? You know, we can't really keep boxing us into this affordable box. And everything has to be affordable for us. No, I like to drive nice cars. I like to live nice as well.
Right.
So how do we give people the skill sets that they need so they can really thrive in Nashville just like everybody else?
And so we were able to just watch. And so I've been a fan watching from the back end, just from you sit in the back of the room and watch somebody make his way up, and you see a small commercial over here on Facebook. Hey, have you heard about Pivot Tech? And then I was a Facebook follower before connection, and it's like, y'all, it's growing, it's coming, and you just watch as this snowball goes and grows and grows, and you watch as you moved and as the company grew and as people's lives were beginning to change.
Yes.
And in a year's time,
Yeah.
we have seen, I want to say a modern day miracle, my friend. I mean, just the amount of people that are growing in tech.
Yes.
And I think we were just, before the camera came on, everybody, we were just talking about the fact that as Nashville is growing, and all the new tech companies are coming in. I love when I see you post talking about, hey, the tech that's coming in, these jobs coming in, do we have the skills? Are you already trained to be in position to get it?
Yeah, and we just really have to be from an area of being proactive and not reactive.
Right.
So we know all this is happening. We know all this is taking place. We already know Amazon is here.
Right.
We know that Oracle is coming. Like, all these companies are coming. But are we being intentional about giving our local Nashvillians the skills so they can go and apply for those jobs?
Right.
And really just, I believe in VIP service, man. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all see, I'm telling you, this is why they normally see that. Look, you see, I get the blazer. I didn't get the shoes.
No.
I was telling them I couldn't get the shoes on time, but the blazer, I'm trying to be in.
Let me tell you, man, I believe in VIP service.
Right.
And I believe that we shouldn't have local Nashvilleians fighting for these jobs. I believe that we should be able to walk these folks right to the front door. They get the interviews and get the job. Right. If they have the skills, they should be able to get the interviews and get the job without getting piled on with all the other thousands and thousands and thousands of resumes. And then you have so many companies are bringing their workforce.
Right.
So when you hear they say, hey, we're bringing 8,500 jobs. See, they didn't say they're creating 8,500 jobs.
Keywords.
They're saying we're bringing 8,500
Right.
jobs. So that means that, yes, they're going to fill some with local Nashvilleians, but they're bringing the bulk of their workforce with them from California and things of that nature, which is driving up the real estate prices and everything that you got going on. So it's a snowball effect. So now is the time that we give people the skills so they can go and buy the home, so they can go and build the wealth. And, you know, with our partnership, I think we're going to change a whole bunch of lives, man.
I completely agree. Yeah. Just thinking of, we were just talking with Jakari a few minutes ago, and if you could see for a guy who came and literally was, hey, man, I just don't want to be washing dishes. Yeah. Like, this is all I've been able to do for the past 3 years. Yeah. And to say, hey, a Google IT or this small certification that's a jump start opens a conversation of you actually going to school. Yeah. And you're thinking to yourself, I want to do this. I want to learn this. Am I capable? Yeah. And then to have a school where he's sitting there and he's learning Tuesday. Now, his classes are Tuesday and Thursday nights.
So, no, his classes are 3 nights a week.
3? Am I missing a night? What's
Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday.
Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday.
And then every other Saturday. So
see,
he's putting in work.
He's putting in work.
Okay, like, and we tell him all the time, like, look, it's not going to be easy.
Right.
But we're going to give you all the resources possible so that you can be successful. And the one thing that we believe in and we're not going to let anybody do is quit.
Right.
All right? We're not going to let you make up any excuses. We're not going to let you, hey, my internet ain't working. Okay, well.
We were there.
Hey, bro.
Come talk to me.
Come talk to me. We'll call Comcast. We'll figure out we get the best service possible. We'll pay it up for a year.
Yep.
But you're not going to quit because we're invested in you. And we believe in you. And Uprise believes in you. Pivot believes in you. And we got to make sure that you see it to the finish line so that you can be the success. And then now you're coming back and talking to the next Uprise student saying, hey, I was washing dishes. I got my Google IT. I went to Pivot Tech. Now I'm working in technology, and I'm making 6 figures. You can do it too. So when you have that success story, success begets success.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just a snowball effect.
I agree. You all, I was in the background cheering again. It was like, hey, I was having a problem with my internet. Wait, who is it with? Who do we need to talk to? And you got the career coach in the back. And you better get it done in 48 hours.
Yes.
Or else.
Yes.
The Uprise part, like, you're going to keep pushing this through. Tell us about sort of what's coming next. We just started a group 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
And so when is the next class?
Just to give you the background.
Give me a background.
Let me get a background of Pivot. So Pivot is a tech accelerator. It teaches software development, front end and back end, cybersecurity, and data analytics.
Right.
So our classes last for about 6 months, and then some of our full stack program lasts for about a year.
Okay.
We generally start them every 10 weeks. So we have another one that's going to be kicking up in November. But here's really our new secret sauce that we have really it's just been hitting home runs. Because when I talk about tangible outcomes, I really mean tangible outcomes.
Right.
So when you go through our program, you will have a VIP access to a job, to an interview. So we've created these specialized cohorts. We're doing currently one right now for Amazon. We're currently doing one for Shipped. We're working with Deloitte to do one where they'll go through and learn exactly what they'll be doing on a job for 20 weeks.
Right.
So when you're done, you're going to pipeline into
that
company, making good money.
Exactly.
So, those are the things that we're currently doing and working on. So we have some big partnerships that we haven't announced yet that are coming down the pipe where we'll be really building out specialized curriculums, specialized boot camps to really pipeline our graduates through and get a job. So
yeah, because I was going to say, I saw where you had the grand opening for Shipped. But it wasn't in Nashville.
No, it wasn't in Nashville. No,
it's like we're already now. Everybody, let's backtrack and see.
Yeah.
Tornado hit in 2019.
2020.
2020.
March 3rd,
2020. March
2020.
3rd, 2020. Now, we are also going to add on, there was a little small thing that happened that
COVID.
shut the world down,
COVID.
something small.
COVID.
Couldn't stop business, but something small
Come
happened.
on.
And now here we sit over a year later, and I'm looking and I'm like, wait a minute. That ain't
Yeah.
that zip code ain't in Nashville.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Let me look. You got to go to LinkedIn and double click it. Double click it one time. Okay. No, that's not in Nashville.
So the thing is that people are really, they're surprised. They like, yo, it's almost like the tornado or COVID didn't even happen to you. And I'm like, no, it's really about perspective. Mm-hmm. And we're in church. We can talk about God. So it's really like a God thing, man. So look at the businesses that I was in. Mm-hmm. So I was in the dry cleaning business. I was in the co-working space business, the event space business. All three of those businesses would have been greatly impacted by COVID.
Yeah.
I'm talking about I would have been stressed out, worrying about how I was going to make
What
ends
to say?
meet.
Out. You've
All
been
right?
out.
I've been out, really. So it was almost like God was like, all right, I'm going to wipe those three off and give you something that I've been preparing you for all this time that can thrive in the middle of a pandemic. Mm-hmm. And so in the middle of the pandemic, Pivot Tech took off. And now, we're in multiple states. So we're in Birmingham, we're in Florida, Atlanta. We have students all across the country because now we're more virtual.
Right.
So with it being virtual, it just really helped us scale. Because we were just thinking, well, we're going to be a Nashville brick and mortar school. We'll focus on Nashville. We'll get to other cities later. But really the pandemic it scaled us, and now we're all over the country, man. So it's been a blessing.
So everybody, we really enjoy taking time for you to get to meet some of the people who are impacting the lives of our Uprise leaders. Not only are you providing an opportunity for our leader, and again, I truly don't know if you can understand for these guys in Uprise how big of what I told them that day they really heard about the opportunity was a modern day miracle.
Yeah.
Because Jakari and I sat in the room after he finished Google IT, and he was saying, I really think I can do more. And I was like, man, you should look at Pivot Tech. And he looked and he saw the price, and he was like, okay, well, maybe I'll get a job and I'll work on this. Yeah. And maybe next year I'll have enough saved for this opportunity. Yeah. And then here we sit weeks later, and you have connected with Carol, our director, and I'm sitting in the same Monday class with Jakari, and he's like heart beating because he's like, is this really a possibility? Like, is this big school? Like, I was rolling. He's like, is this big school really going to give me an opportunity?
Yes.
And I was like, well, I'm not in the middle of those emails, but you better do what they told you to do. Yes. And then for him to come back and say, yo, I got in. And they sent me a computer. Yeah. and then just to even see the impact of you interacting with our leaders, letting him know, look, internet will not stop you.
No, nothing is going to stop you. It's no barriers. And that's why I told Carol, I said, it doesn't matter. Our program, it costs $8,500. Mm-hmm. But what does he have? And which can you all contribute, and we'll take care of the rest.
We'll go from there.
And so that's the kind of impact we want to have. It's not about money. It's about making impact in people's lives and changing lives, and then they're going to pay it for it. And that's how we just make Nashville a better place.
I agree. And everybody, again, you see, it's pre-graduation.
Yes.
I tried to have the blazer on to keep up. You might have seen Joshua speaking again, and he was at McKissick last week. I saw that, and I was like, oh, you was a good one. The kids were excited. And just all the places, the impact you're making is truly a blessing to Nashville.
Oh, man, thank you so very much, and we look forward to do more.
Hey, we're excited. Everybody, if you are interested in starting that process in terms of needing to get career services, needing to start your career off, and you're at the basics, then Uprise Nashville is a great opportunity for you. If you are somebody who has some of those basics, there's some people who are outside of our reach where you've been in IT for a little while, or you're getting close to it, you've been in a career, and you have some ideas about, can I do full stack? Can I do front? Can I do back? Can I do cybersecurity? Then there's a place for you.
Yes.
And so definitely there's opportunity in this whole conversation. And so everybody, when you see this, below will be the links to either one. If there's an opportunity, you pick one of those pills. What is best for you? But there's opportunity here today. I'm excited. Yep. And so click the button.
Click
Read
the
some more.
link.
Click
Let's
the
go.
link right here. Read more.
Don't delay. Pivot today.
Now, to my executive producer behind the camera, Courtney, we need one of those, please. It's like, Courtney, edit me in with something like that. Robert, Courtney, edit me in with something smooth like that at the end of this. But everybody, thank you again.
No problem.
Thank you for
man.
the blessing you provided to Uprise and to our leaders and to what you're doing to Nashville. It's
Thank you.
an amazing thing. And everybody, thank you all for being part of Uprise Live. We'll see you later, everybody. Bye. Watch Graduation Live.